Have you noticed AI imageहरू उस्तै उस्तै देखिन थालेछन्? And most importantly, हामी चिन्न थालिसकेका छौं. I wanted to know why, and the reasons are more impressive than I thought they were. Recently, I came across this post. Disappointed with the Nepal Tourism Board's presentation at the tourism promotion event in Beijing last evening. The first slide was this AI-generated image, which was not only uncreative but also senseless and lazy. Now, this post made me think a lot. Not about the bureaucracy being lazy, किनकि त्यो जहिले पनि थियो, जहिले पनि रहन्छ, which we know. त्यसको बारेमा धेरै सोच्नु पर्दैन. I started thinking about AI-generated image, AI-generated videos, AI-generated anything at all. See, I remember the first time AI image generator launch huda Dolly. It was amazing. I was very excited. It was an engineering marvel. A computer program जहाँ तिमी text दिन्छौ and text को भरमा it generates images. It was unthinkable, unimaginable 3 or 4 years ago. But suddenly there it was. You give it prompt and it generated image with weird fucking hands and fingers. You remember those weird fucking hands and fingers, right? We all were excited. It was like watching a child learning to draw for the first time, and we all watched like proud fathers. And then herda child grew up. Herda the quality became better, a lot better. Hands, fingers, and other artifacts solve pani हुँदै गयो. Before we knew it, it went from passable to good enough that bank देखि मोमो पसल सबैको मार्केटिङमा युज हुन थाल्यो. See, as a computer engineer, I'm very impressed. But as an artist, and then we started seeing AI images and videos everywhere. It's everywhere. And we all got kind of scared pani. Remember ChatGPT ko त्यो Ghibli image wala trend आउँदाखेरि there was sort of a backlash, especially from the art community. That really summarizes the overall anxiety regarding AI generated image and AI generated art, especially in the creative and art field. But now we are in this situation where using AI generated image is not only considered lazy but also disrespectful. For me, it has been very interesting to see this journey from impressive to scared to lazy. But that was not what I was thinking. I was thinking about हामी चिन्न सकिरहेछौँ. किन? Why? So there's definitely some kind of pattern there. That's why I wanted to know as an engineer, AI generated imageहरूमा किन एउटै खालको traitsहरू निस्किरहेको छ. Now I have some idea किन भइरहेछ भनेर. I know that it has a lot to do with training data set and the prompts that you use have a lot to do with it. तर I really wanted to know भित्र nitty gritty मा engine मा के भइरहेछ भनेर. And the mechanics of an AI generator is so fascinating and so impressive. We as humans, engineers, could make something like this. Now, there are some telltale signs of AI generated image to the extent that the internet has already come up with a name for it. It's called the AI shine or the AI gloss. AI generated image generally they are very shiny, glossy, plasticky. Barbie doll like Vaseline doll. Usually the highlights are shiny, sharp, white, very smooth, some high contrast image निकालिरहेको हुन्छ. And the way AI image generators are built, त्यहाँ थुप्रै कारणहरूले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ AI models usually think that shinier or smoother is more perfect. Now, you exactly किन हुन्छ भनेर बुझ्नको लागि first we have to know how AI image generators function. Before that, let's talk about what AI does in general. कुनै पनि artificial intelligence को primary काम भनेको prediction. युजरले खोजेको आन्सर चाहिँ यो होला भनेर predict गर्छ. Now, I'll tell you in a very oversimplified way यो कसरी गर्छ भनेर. For example, you asked me to guess a number that you are thinking. For example, तिमीले 5 सोच. So सुरुमा I'll guess just a random number. I'll guess say 69. Nice. Which is obviously wrong. I'll ask you, तिमीले सोचेको नम्बर र मैले गेस गरेको नम्बरमा डिफरेन्स कति छ? And you'll say 64. This 64 is my error. Now I'll try to predict again. I'll predict 70. अब म फेरि सोच्छु error कति भयो? Now the error is 65. Error बढ्यो. So next step मा I'll guess 50, then 40, then 30 until I reach the number 5. Now this is a very oversimplified, very oversimplified way of how AI works. अब number guess गर्नको लागि we're only dealing with one dimension, the line number. Image generate गर्नको लागि the model works with higher dimensions, hundreds, sometimes thousands of dimensions, but that's basically what's happening. Image generator models are built on millions and millions of data set of images and their captions. So AI मोडललाई जब एउटा युजरले एउटा prompt दिन्छ, the model usually starts prediction from a random set of pixels, which basically is white noise. Now it will ask the model अहिले generate गरेको white noise र यस्तै caption भएको अरु इमेजमा difference कति छ. Now in each step the AI generator will try to reduce that error, and step by step error reduce गर्दा गर्दा it will reach a set of pixel values that is closest an acceptable error value, which is so amazing. Now let's go back to the main question कि shiny र glossy किन देखिरहेछ. First reason is मैले सुरुमा भने जस्तो the data set, millions of data set जुन भने they contain a lot of stock photography, स्टुडियोमा proper lighting, airbrush pictureहरू, which means that the general tendency becomes shiny glossy look. This is called the training bias, which basically means that prompt दिँदाखेरि केही कुरा specific भएर दिएन भने the general tendency of the model is to create these shiny studio airbrushed looking pictures which are very smooth and glossy. Secondly, image generate गर्ने process नै एउटा random set of pixels बाट noisy picture बाट denoise गर्दै 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 लाने process भएको भएर every step मा the model just keeps making things smoother and smoother, which gives that shiny glossy look. Now there's a third reason too. AI image generation is expensive and resource intensive, time consuming process. AI मोडलहरुले के गर्छ भने सुरुमा एउटा सानो इमेज जेनेरेट गर्छ, which is easier to do. अब त्यो जेनेरेट भइसकेपछि चाहिँ they use an upscaling algorithm to make it bigger. Bigger बनाउँदाखेरि मिसिङ पिक्सेलहरु छ त्यसलाई भर्नको लागि पनि they use an average color value, which basically is smoothing. So yeah, there's so many things happening when you give an AI model something to generate. It's kind of sad that we take it for granted now. Now, of course, your shiny, glossy look unavoidable. If you just write the prompts right and give very specific directions, it will give you any kind of image that you want. And the way these AI models are progressing year by year, I'm pretty sure that your training bias pani bistare bistare hardai नै जान्छ. And that brings to the next thing that I was thinking. This whole thing has exposed a very important thing about AI generated image, that is हामी छुट्याउन सक्दो रहेछ. The fact that यस्तो perfectly generate गर्दाखेरि पनि we humans have this ability to tell कि यो चाहिँ AI generated image हो, kind of gives me hope that human made art को केही न केही value चाहिँ बसिरहेछ. Now, will AI make it a lot more difficult for new artists to get work? Yes. Will AI take work away from a lot of artists, especially in marketing and advertising? Definitely, I think so. But अब चाहिँ म के सोचिरहेको छु भने AI ले existing काम लिएर जानु भन्दा पनि I think these AI generators will create a new pocket where any business, whether or not they have the marketing budget, will be able to generate marketing assets. So in a lot of way, it's democratization. And the businesses जोसँग actually पैसा छ marketing गर्नको लागि, they will go for human artists because they don't want to seem lazy and disrespectful. So in a weird, twisted way, I think that AI will end up increasing the value of human-made art. I don't know, but that's just my optimistic guess of what future could be. Reality मा के हुन्छ त्यो हेर्न बाँकी नै छ. Of course, it has a lot of dangers. We have to tread lightly. तर optimistic हुन त पाइयो नि त. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm planning to make more of these videos where I talk about random stuff, tech, politics, opinions, whatever. Let me know what you want me to talk about. I think I'll try to post it every week. तर काम धेरै भयो भने चाहिँ थाहा छैन के गर्न मिल्छ. But I'm trying to be more consistent. So let me know what you want me to talk about in the comment sections, and like गरिदेऊ, follow गरिदेऊ, subscribe गरिदेऊ, whatever and all that jazz.